Yes,
Lord.
I'm told to call this number for a good time.
Oh, well,
That's the
sorry.
wrong number. I'm sorry. 240, you're on the Frank Show.
I just broke up with my girlfriend, Doria. She was too furry. Oh, horse.
Oh.
You call your horse Doria? That's terrible. 832, say that, Doria. 832, you're on the Frank Show unscreened.
The best quality water in a bottle is Avion, but has anyone noticed that Avion spelled backwards is naive?
And you know how you get a bottle
I
of...
don't like Evian water. It's too minerally.
You get to a bottle of it, you know how you get a unique up on it. 619, you're on the Frank Show.
You tell Pierre that unless black men don't have taste buds, there is no fucking way they would like that fucking sandwich in their fucking mouth.
Black man, where have you gone to? 719, you're on the Frank Show. Oh, the didgeridoo is back. Oh, there we go. Calling all the way from down under. And, oh, my goodness. And eating a double down. 760, you're on the Frank Show unscreened.
Yes, I would like to order a beef and broccoli and a side order of Frank DeCARO.
Oh, you'll get a 69. 573, you're on the Frank Show.
We just call that ham.
Rosa pork. 573, it's your moment.
If you tell that motherfucker, you don't know what a double down if they landed on his ass. Oh, wait a minute. That was his ex-lover.
Go, Pierre. Oh, smoke it.
Pierre, don't insult the chicken with Pierre. Will just nail you.
Especially not when the rare Blue Moon Australian double down under chicken is around. Right, Pierre? Yay! 620, you're on the Frank Show unscreened. 620. You're boring. 310, you're on the Frank Show.
I love a good martini. 2 at the most. 3 I'm under the table, and 4 I'm under the host.
Okay, thank you. That sounded like... 815, you're on the Frank Show.
Got to again, didn't I?
703, you're on the Frank Show.
What's red and smells like blue paint?
What?
Red paint.
And you can tell kids that one. That's a good one.
That one.
419, you're on the Frank Show.
Yeah, I thought I'd let you guys know the facility I'm staying at lost its funding, and I'll be seeing one of you very soon.
Arkham Asylum, hello. 713, you're on the Frank Show. Uh-oh. The Dame Way. Anyway, 575, you're on the Frank Show.
More Frank and Doria and less boring guests.
Oh, that's sweet in an awful kind of way. 310, you're on the Frank Show.
I always say there's nothing like a good radio show, and this is nothing like a good radio show.
Yay! 404, it's your moment to shine on the Frank Show unscreened.
Hi, this is Tessie Felch, and I have a joke.
What?
What's the difference between menstrual blood and sand?
What?
You can't gargle sand.
Oh, stop that. That's just yucky. 651, well, you probably could if you tried hard. 651, it's your moment to shine on the Frank Show on screen. You can say whatever you damn well, please. Go ahead, 651.
Who are all the fish in the sea afraid of?
Who?
Jack the Kipper.
Oh, God. Boo. Oh, the Dame Way. 610, you're on the... I'm in. 610, you're on the Frank Show unscreened.
This one's for Pierre. How do you catch a unique chicken?
How?
Unique up on it.
What about a tame chicken? 856, the Dame Way. 856, you're on the Frank Show unscreened.
Daddy's white lines.
Blowing through my mind. 330, you're on the Frank Show.
Gay, straight, black or white. Doria's panties are way too tight.
She buys them that way.
Panties?
Panties. Go. She ain't got no panties on. 719, you're on the Frank Show.
I ain't got no underwears on, Frank.
We're going to make soup later with them.
Punch in the face!
Thank you. 954, you're on the Frank Show. 954.
Frank, the Pineapple Princess, so we'll keep calling back.
Then I'm never... If you're going to keep calling back, perfect. Okay, you won't call. That's a worse threat. 404, you're on the Frank Show.
Yes, I wanted to congratulate Doria Biddle on the new Doria Biddle show. Wait, I'm sorry, one moment. What do you mean Frank doesn't know? He doesn't? Oh, is this Frank account? Oh, never mind. Bye.
310, you're on the Frank Show unscreened.
Frank's new cologne is called Come to Me. I said, well, it doesn't smell like Come to Me.
Do you like my jewelry? They're my summer diamonds. Summer diamonds, summer not. 815, you're on the Frank Show on screen. Thank you, Wayland Flowers. 815. Nanny, nanny, nanny. 612, you're on the Frank Show on screen.
Hey there, beautiful. It's Cleveland Leather Awareness Weekend. This weekend, Claw. Come and find all the leather pigs and have fun with Happy Jack in the world's biggest gay bathhouse.
Oh, my God. It's coming. Oh, the things you can do. I love a good pig. 334, you're on the Frank Show on screen. We're in the home stretch now. Give us a goodie.
I ain't got no panties on.
Yay! 214, can you beat that?
You go home now. You eat too much. You put Chinese buffet out of business.
Okay, and that is how we play the particularly racist Frank DeCARO show. That was racially charged, wasn't it? There,
Yes, it was.
Black people with fried chicken. We had transposing
And Frank was
of L's
doing
and
the entire
R's.
segment in blackface.
I
I'll have you know.
At brackface.
Oh, God.
It was a brackface.
It was Tiger Woods.
That was so good. Listen to the Frank Show on Alki, Sirius 109 XM 98. Unscreened, I love you.
The Michelangelo Signorelli Show.
Somebody's orientation has to do with amputated stumps.
This is insanity.
You can be aroused by amputees.
I think she has a stump fetish.
These orientations are so bizarre.
Is this a common thing that amputees are worried
The
about?
Michelangelo Signorelli Show. Everything you need to know. 2 East, 11 West on OutQ. Sirius 109 XM 98.
Stump fetish obsession.
For less than $5 per month, iDrive Online Backup is a fantastic friend to have if your computer ever crashes or gets corrupted. Just listen to Paul Liebrand's story. Paul runs a community forum on technology topics.
A few years ago, I experienced numerous hard drive failures and almost lost my entire photo collection, so I started using iDrive Online Backup and have been extremely happy since. One thing I really like is that each file can have up to 30 different versions, and these version files saved me a few months back when my hard drive became corrupted. All my photos are backed up in a corrupted state, so I use iDrive's Timeline Restore feature to restore all my content to a point in time when I knew the files were good.
Jolly good, Paul. Timeline Restore is just one of iDrive's many great features. Thank you for sharing your story. iDrive is also the only service that can back up your PC, Mac, iPhone, and Blackberries. As for the rest of you listening out there, start protecting your data today at iDrive.com. iDrive.com.
Of all the things made just for men, like...
Woo, that smells good. I'll take my medium rare, buddy.
Or... maybe this is one of the most important. Centrum Ultra Men's, a scientifically advanced complete multivitamin for men. It has antioxidants to help support your immunity and nutrients like vitamin D to support your colon. Centrum Ultra Men's.
This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The makers of Old Butch Cleanser. It chases skirts and gets everything spick and span. Now return you to the Frank DeCARO Show, featuring DORIA BIDDLE, live from New York and Los Angeles.
Ta-ta. Dee-da-doo-da-da. We've got movie reviews. The Backup Plan opened today, and the best thing about it, I think, is that there's a Boston Terrier whose back legs don't work, and he's so cute, and he's got a little pinwheel on there, but he has little back. I wonder if it's a real Boston Terrier. I mean, I know it's a real Boston Terrier. I just wonder if its back legs really don't work, or if they just were like, God damn it, for the movie, we're breaking these, or something like that. I would just get in there and hurt your little Boston. No, but he looks cute. So anyway, but it's the new movie with J-Lo, right? I thought this Jennifer Lopez, it says, like, you know, she's better than she's ever been. And I was like, well, that doesn't say very much, does it? I mean, it's like...
Well, she was really good early on.
In the beginning, before she started singing, she was wonderful.
The music career just ruined her acting career.
That's true.
But have you seen the poster for this film?
It has a Boston Terrier in it.
I haven't seen the one with the Boston Terrier, just the one with the guy and Jennifer Lopez. And the guy could not look gayer. He has so much makeup. He has more makeup on his face than she does.
Does he have gay face too, or no?
Yeah, he has major gay face. I don't know who he is, but I was like, who's the gay guy with Jennifer Lopez?
Well, the reviews are in. Brian Lowry from Variety says this tepid romantic comedy falls somewhere between a weak sitcom pilot, and a second-tier Hallmark movie. Well, that sounds wonderful, doesn't it, Troya? Sounds excellent. I'm so in. That sounds, I love it. James Berardinelli from Real Views says it's dramatically vanilla, suffers from sitcom humor tendencies, lacks a compelling romance. The guy has gay face, and it struggles to find a convincing performance from someone with gay face. And then Roger Ebert for the Chicago Sun-Times said, I am not dead yet. And then he said, Jennifer Lopez has never looked better. That's about all she does here, is look better. She is talented and deserves more than this bird-brain plot about characters who have no relationship to life as it is lived by you-know-who actual people. So, Roger Ebert wasn't liking it one bit. So I guess we're not going to the backup plan. I heard it's kind of like terrible, but not painful. That was what I read in the New York Times today. Let's see. 815 in Illinois. Who is this? Trucker Glenn, stop it! Stop it, Trucker Glenn!
No, you know what? You are too invasive. Now, you start talking movie with the news. You're supposed to be singing Pineapple Person for us.
I'll give you a little. I'll show you my. I will show you my pineapples in good time. Okay, give me a moment. Oh yeah, that's it. You're gone. That's it. So much for Trucker Glenn there. Too needy, Tori. I can't do it. Another movie that opens today is called The Losers. What the hell's The Losers, Tori?
It's a documentary about the Frank DeCARO show.
Thank you. Yes. Now, what is it really? Documentary about Frank DeCARO show. Now,
it's an action film based on a comic.
Oh, we need more of those. It says, so Mick LaSalle from the San Francisco Chronicle says it's about The Losers. It's strange what a bad action movie takes seriously and doesn't take seriously. Take, for example, The Losers. And cliches are sacred and human life has no value. Let's see, Michael O'Sullivan from the Washington Post says, how dumb is it, I'll tell you. You might actually kill a few million brain cells just watching it. Some groups may even want to consider inviting a designated driver to sit in the lobby and eat popcorn till it's over. This is Michael O'Sullivan from the Washington Post. And then John Anderson, writing in the Wall Street Journal, says, an aptly titled, grossly overdone, big screen adaptation of a DC Comics publication. That's too many syllables. It is as though we needed another symptom of where we're going cinematically, and a movie that takes bilious joy in its own soullessness. Bilious joy in its own soullessness. That's our show, Doria, right there. Bilious joy in its own soullessness.
Bilious joy, and I'm soulless.
Works perfectly. The other movie that I honestly didn't know anything about, but I'm kind of I think I need to watch it, Doria, or go see it. Is called Oceans. And it's like a documentary, and it's an undersea documentary, and you know how giddy I get when I go underwater like that? I love it from an armchair. So it says, Michelle Orange from the Village Voice calls Oceans an almost miraculously photographed showcase of some of the seven seas' least seen and most incredible specimens. Are there mermaids in it, Doria?
No mermaids.
Is Pat Carroll looking like Divine and singing about wanting someone's voice?
Well, yes,
boy.
there's that.
Deborah Young for The Hollywood Reporter talking about Ocean says, dazzling nature doc chooses poetry and wonder over storytelling and effects. I'm in. And meanwhile, Roger Moore from the Orlando Sentinel. James Bond writes reviews now, Doria?
Yes.
Holy shit. Roger Moore.
He didn't get, as soon as he got dumped as Bond, he had to find something to do.
Well, he works at the Orlando Sentinel now. Roger Moore says the wow factor alone makes Oceans a great Earth Day, Earth Week at the movies. So wait, how long is this fucking movie? Earth Week? What, am I going to be there 3 days, Story? I'm not doing that. I got to go watch Dr. Zhivago. No, I got 3.5 hours with Dr. Zhivago. I don't think I can. Because I can't do both.
I hope you really focus on Dr. Zhivago.
I will. I've been saving it so I can watch it in at the house, instead of in the apartment, because I can really sit there and focus.
Do you have a big screen TV at the house?
If there are robbers listening, no. We only have a 13-inch Zenith. So.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm going to watch it on the
best on a
so
13-inch
wink, wink.
Zenith.
I'm going to watch it on the 13-inch black and white Zenith. So that'll be a fun thing. Hey, when we were don't steal from my house. That would be mean. When we return, because the old man that's there is just the little caretaker there is just he'll be incontinent. He'll poop. It'll be terrible. Please don't.
Son of a bitch.
That's I'm almost dead. I'll take you with me, you bastard. Yeah, they'll get right in there.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, get him, Pop. When we return to the Frank Show, we'll have some more fun here on OutQ. Just a little, because I don't want you to get too nuts. Here on OutQ, Sirius 109, XM 98.
Talladega.
The most exciting racetrack in all of sports.
Average goes up in the air. Ryan Newman on his roof.
Sunday.
Sirius NASCAR Radio takes you trackside for all the action.
Take that intensity level and dial it up to a 10.
188 laps, 500 miles.
Something's going to happen.
Difficult Talladega.
Anything can happen.
The only way to pass is to use your bumper.
Talladega.
Keep your foot on the gas and pass as many guys as you can.
Sunday.
12 p.m. Eastern.
On Sirius NASCAR Radio.
Channel 128.
Americans never quit, never give up. We believe the best is yet to come if we strive for it. We believe, as Yogi Berra put it, it ain't over till it's over. So LegalZoom has declared April Do-Over Month. Whether you need a fresh start, a minor revision, or a full do-over, LegalZoom can help with the legal documents. Here's how. Maybe you started a business in the past and maybe it didn't take off. Don't give up. It's never been easier to start or restart a business. Form your corporation or LLC at LegalZoom. Some of you have a will, but you need a new one because of changes in your life. And LegalZoom is not just about estate planning documents and business formation. You can do name changes, uncontested divorce, even get bankruptcy help. For virtually any common legal document or form, think LegalZoom. LegalZoom is not a law firm, but provides self-help services at your specific direction. And save even more when you enter Sirius XM in the referral box to checkout. Isn't it time for a do-over? Go confidently into the future with LegalZoom.com.
Do you need $500,000, $5 million, or even $15 million of life insurance? How much is needed for your family to maintain their current standard of living if you should die? Would your business survive your death? Folsom Insurance can get you the best value for your money. Find out if you have enough life insurance or if you're paying too much. Call 800-488-4821. 800-488-4821. Don't delay in making this very important call. 800-488-4821.
All right, who ordered the creme brulee? Now back to the high-calorie fun of the Frank DeCARO Show.
There's more show? What the hell is going on? It's Frank DeCARO live in New York City. Doria Biddle is live in Los Angeles. Mr. Greg from the House of Greg Beauty Salon bringing us for together. And what? And Mrs. Parks Hollenbach taking your calls at 866-305-6887. He likes our Sean, doesn't he? He likes our Sean Hollenbach. Parks and Recreation is he's the Schmitten, I think. He's just a little Schmitten mid our fella here. So that'll be good. So let's see. There's not a call for me to worry about. So good. So Jory, what the hell is I supposed to do this hour now?
I don't know.
We have a visitor in the studio, and so it's a lot of fun things. So we're chit chat next hour. You have a fun thing to talk to us about. We have many cute stories. What the hell else have we got? I know what it was. Sign up for our fan page. I was trying to go online. I need to see how many people have watched Betty White lines
Oh
now,
my
Jordan.
God!
I
promised.
I need an update. I do. Can you come up with? Can you talk about a nice thing? Okay, let
Is
me
it
just.
searchable yet? It's searchable, because I tried to search for it yesterday and it wouldn't come up on Facebook. I mean on YouTube.
On YouTube,
but,
it's searchable. On Google, it comes up with the video already. That's a good thing, right?
Oh yeah, okay. But on YouTube, it was not yesterday.
Well, it is now. It comes up, and it now has. Let's see how many people clicked. Oh, I've been looking it up all day. Oh, it's still stuck at 19,495, so we know it's not. We know it's not, but it does that. When it updates, it's kind of a big deal. Do you want to play a little bit of it off? Can you play off YouTube? Would that be a fun thing? So, what?
Would that be a fun thing?
I have 80,000.
You don't have you have 80,000?
Oh, I'm sorry, 18.
Oh, 18. No, it's 19,495 is the most recent. But we'll see. Do you want to be able to pull that up? We'll play a little teeny bit of it as we go out here. Let's give a little listen of our song if we can find it. So, you got it ready? Let's give it a little. Well, that's too much. You'll play the whole thing. I don't want to do that. Anyway, give it a little. I'm semi-live.
With full cocaine. Can you believe that backstabbing slut? Don't you think you'd like something crotchless? But you're the one that killed somebody.
Yeah, you can find that on YouTube. Well, we're giving it away on YouTube.com, but you got to see the video because we need those numbers pumped up. I need to be a YouTube sensation. My ego needs it. I do.
That video is all about your dance moves, Frank.
Thank you. I could bust a move. I really can. So people are surprised that I can dance. I've always been a fairly good dancer, particularly for a fat person. You know, I can move around like I can hear a beat.
You're dancing in the bed, moving your arm.
No, you should see me. I'm dancing in the kitchen, Doria. I can do a little ska kind of move when I'm rapping. You watch that 10,000 times. You see how many times? See it. You can see. I can do it all, Doria. I can do everything but breakdance because I broke once and then it fell over. So, but oh wait a minute. Hey, get this. A report in from our buddy Barry in Fort Lauderdale said I played it at Georgie's Alibi last night and the crowd went crazy. Yay! Barry, thank you so much for doing that. We appreciate it. I hope DJs all over the place and VJs will be doing that. I hope we'll become a gay bar phenomenon. Get a free drink and it'll be fun. Here on Frank Show. It's all about free things. Do you hear that? We're right there. Shishi, what?
Shishi, if you're listening, you should start playing it too.
We play it, Shishi. She is, look, I saw her website. She is a skinny vixen. I am so proud of her. She looks fantastic. So, oh my goodness, this big queen, that's me. Well, there we go. When we return to the Frank Show, we'll have some more fun. And we're going to get a visitor in the studio. Doria's got a good story for us, believe it or not. No, she does. And lots of celebrity news and other caca here. And the news is next.
Live from the Swiss Embassy in New York City.
The city is full of rich perverts.
The La Brea Star Pits in Hollywood.
Paparazzi!
It's the Frank DeCARO Show, featuring Doria Biddle.
Yes, it's Frank DeCARO live in New York City. Doria Biddle is live in Los Angeles. And one of our listeners, George, is here with, George from Santa Clara, is here with, and Doria, he brought a bag, and all I can say is it better be for me. That's all I can say. Okay? There's a cute shopping bag, and it better be for me. We'll talk to him a little. Thank you. We'll be talking to him later on this hour. And what else? And I want to congratulate everyone because Unscreened was really good today. So we will do. I think you do get a Pineapple Princess. I do. I think
a threat?
It's a threat and a promise. I think it's a little bit of both. So give us a good listen this hour, and you'll be rewarded with a really silly song near the end of it. We've got celebrity news, we've got chit chat, we've got your calls at 866-305-6887 where you can talk to the lovely Parks and Recreation and get right on the air, as you know. And Mr. Greg brings us together and enforces that restraining order just beautiful, gingerly and lovely, and so we're together but so far apart. And Miss Biddle.
Yes, Mr. Caro.
I thought my weekend with Dr. Zhivago was exciting, but you have a very cool thing planned for tonight.
Yes. When I was in New York a zillion years ago, was it 2004, I went to see John Kelly perform at Fez. Fez doesn't exist anymore.
No, not anymore, but it was very fun.
He has a show called Paved Paradise, The Art of Joni Mitchell. And I'm a huge Joni Mitchell fan. You're not really a fan, are you, Frank?
No, I think you have to, even if it's not your favorite thing, you have to acknowledge that she's genius.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, she's not in that category of, oh, God, I hate her. You can't. You can be, I don't get it, but it doesn't mean it's not brilliant. You have
and she's an artist. I mean, you really have to appreciate the fact that she's absolutely an artist and that her work has grown and evolved over the decades, and she really just is incredible. So I don't even know how I ended up going to this because, like I did everything in New York, I went by myself, and I was absolutely blown away. And, this is, he's an actor, he's a performance artist, but John Kelly really, it's amazing with Joni Mitchell's soprano singing voice on some of her songs. It's amazing, that a man could reproduce it so beautifully, but he is a real fan. And
it's not a send-up by any means.
No, God, no. And it's not a drag show. It's something. It transcends drag. It's amazing. And apparently Joni herself has seen him perform and loved it, which shocked me because Joni's gotten more and more curmudgeonly as she's gotten older. But that makes me love her more. But
Well, they paved Paradise. They put up a parking lot. Of course she's mad.
But she, most people think of her, they think of this sort of hippy-dippy flower child. And I think that even in her hippy-dippy flower child years, she had an edge to her, and she's profound and a poet, just absolutely incredible. And I know people who are Joni Mitchell fans really just are nuts about her. But
and some very important other musicians are huge Joni Mitchell fans.
Oh, especially musicians, I think, because they appreciate what it is she's doing. But I'm one of those people who the lyrics really mean a lot to me, and also phrasing, and I just appreciate people who have a way with words, and she has a way with words. So she's not just, complaining about high school and things like that. She's saying profound things, and she's saying it beautifully in ways that it would never occur to me to say it.
And she has one of the best quasi-Christmas songs ever with River. River is just an exquisitely beautiful song.
It's a beautiful song. That whole album, that's off of Blue, which is a masterpiece. Anyway, so John Kelly, who does Pave Paradise, this homage to Joni Mitchell, I just discovered yesterday he's in L.A. doing it. And I had been waiting for him to bring it to L.A. He performed it last weekend at the Renberg, and then he's doing it again this weekend, and then that's it. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then he, I presume, goes back to New York. But so I immediately bought tickets to the show tonight, and that's what I'm doing. I still haven't even figured out who I'm going with. I asked my friend Maura, who is living in a hostage situation with 3 children, and she's like, "Oh, but Charlie has a cello lesson." I'm like, a 9-year-old's cello lesson can be postponed. He's, his Philharmonic career can be put off a day while you go see this. So if I can't bully her into it, my friend Chuck said he absolutely would kill to go. But anybody in L.A. who's a Joni Mitchell fan has to go see this, because not only musically he does such an amazing job, but my favorite part is the crazy, spacey, hippie banter that he does between songs. That if some of Joni's early live albums, you hear it, she starts telling a story and then she has no idea where she's going with it and forgets what she started to talk about, and it's hilarious and really fun. And he does such a great job of doing that. I absolutely love it. But the LA Times had an article yesterday in which their reporter talked to both John Kelly and Joni Mitchell at the same time. And it's so funny because Joni just has really gotten curmudgeonly, I have to say. I adore her, but they were talking about, John Kelly was talking about the chronology of his show, and how the early works are lighter, and then it gets darker and bluer as it moves on, and her second 5 albums, he said, are more philosophical. And Joni jumps in and starts talking about how she changed over age, and she said that that as she entered her late middle age period, her music, she said, "My work is set against the stupid, destructive way we live on this planet. Americans have decided to be stupid and shallow since 1980. Madonna is like Nero. She marks the turning point." Oh, that just totally cracked me up. And then another part that really made me laugh was the LA Times is talking about. They said you've had experience becoming a character outside yourself, and the folk scene you came out of had fun creating personas. You were born Roberta Joan Anderson, and someone named Bobby Zimmerman became Bob Dylan. And Joni Mitchell says Bob is not authentic at all. He is a plagiarist, and his name and voice are fake. Everything about Bob is a deception. We are like night and day, he and I. And I'm sure John Kelly was kind of like, moving on. And the LA Times writer was probably like, oh, dear God, I'm pissing off Joni. But I love her anyway.
That's good stuff, though. That's exciting.
Oh, yeah. She's. If you go to my fan page, I've linked to this article. It really is a fun read.
That's the KFC double down of stories, Doria. I love that.
How is that the KFC double down of stories?
It was delicious, and it had no carbohydrates. That was really, it was, that was just yum. It was savory and delicious. I love it.
Oh, it's funny because they talk about how, John Kelly does his Joni show in Joni drag. He has a long blonde wig and he wears these long gowns. And then she talks about how drag started out as very establishment with people like Dick Nixon did drag when he was in college, and Milton Berle did drag and that sort of thing. It's very funny.
Oh, I want to see. I wonder if you can get it on LATimes.com. I wonder if you can find it.
Go to my fan page, and there's a link to this article.
I think I'll be reading that. That
You're
sounds
just not even listening, are you?
I am. I didn't hear that part.
I really can't stress this enough. If you're in LA and you can get away from tonight, tomorrow, or Sunday, I've been waiting since 2004 to see this show again, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited about going tonight.
You're genuinely over the moon about that show. You always have been.
Oh, absolutely. When I saw it, and you know how I am. I'm not somebody who's like, I'm going backstage to say hi. And especially back then, I went backstage to tell them how much I adored it. And I felt like a total, bull in a china shop, but I made myself go back and tell him how much I thought the show was just genius. He had a piano player in drag as Georgia O'Keeffe, and it was just, it's so strange and surreal and smart and fun. I cannot recommend it strongly enough.
Oh, I love when drag queens are nuts. I really do. I love them. And he really channels her more than, it's not, I can't stress enough, it's so not a send up. It is so... Is earnest the right word? It's not earnest.
No, it's
either.
not earnest because it's brilliant, it's funny, and it's an homage. It's definite. He's a huge Joni Mitchell fan, and he's since become friends. She gave him a dulcimer.
Oh, you never gave me a dulcimer, Doria. You know why? Because I don't know what a dulcimer is, but it's what's a dulcimer? I know it's an instrument, but what does it do?
It's a hippie instrument. No, it's a folky instrument. It's a string instrument.
Oh, that's sweet.
And he plays it on stage.
Doria,
I can remember in Quaker school, one of my teachers had a dulcimer, and she would play like folky tunes on the dulcimer.
Miss Tayan used to play the auto harp. I remember that. When she got when we had to be quiet, she'd go bring, bring, bring. That was her thing with the auto harp. That was a thrill. You did give me an instrument once. You gave me a wax harmonica with the teeth marks in it. It was around Halloween one year. That one year you were here. We had a nice time. I have my own instrument. What do I have, Greg?
It's a wind instrument.
That's our girl. Let's go to the phones. Jimmy in Florida, you're on the Frank Show.
Hey, Frank. Hey, Doria. Doria, you definitely get Joni. There's not many people that do. I've seen her 5 times in concert, and finally got to see John Kelly, and you nailed it on the head. It's like she respects him so much, and unlike other musicians that do copy her works that she doesn't really approve of, she definitely likes John. And Frank, you would like that one of her songs, she mentions about being a prisoner of the white lines of the freeway.
There you go, Frank. Yeah.
Joni White Lines. That'll be our next song, which will be perfect. Jimmy, thanks a lot for your call. And Doria, you have a really good time at that tonight, because I really loved that show when it was here. So I'm glad you're going to be going. Can I ask you a dumb question? Will you be able to identify if this is Joni Mitchell for real? Okay, will you be able to identify if this is her?
Maybe.
All
I
right,
don't
see if
know.
you do. All right, play the beginning of this. It's a song called Little Fluffy Clouds by The Orb. Give it a listen.
I don't know.
I don't know. Someone told me that was her for a while. Anyway, so...
well, it might have been one of her little...
That's what I'm wondering. When you said that, I thought, I wonder if that's true. Now, give it a listen again. Give it a listen. Play it.
From the Rainbow Flag Room to the Hollywood Fruit Bowl, it's the Frank DeCARO Show, live from New York City and L.A. on OutQ, Sirius 109, XM 98.
Yes, it's Frank DeCARO live in New York City. Doria, it's Ricky Lee Jones's samples on there.
Okay, because it sounded... the thing that struck me was I don't think Joni Mitchell's ever lived in Arizona.
You want to be scared, though? I thought, what did I say, 12 to 15 years ago I bought that, Doria? You want to be scared? It's from 90. It's from 90, Doria. Do the math. That's got to be more than 12 years.
I was
That's a lot.
told no math.
That's a whole lot of things. Ricky
but
Lee
what's
Jones.
the problem? That doesn't mean that, it's not like she recorded that live in the studio with them. That
No,
could
it
have
was
been
from
an older interview.
It was an interview, and it was believed to be from Reading Rainbow, according to Wikipedia, but it wasn't. It was not an interview. It was actually from a promo disc that was included in her album Flying Cowboys. It was an interview disc that was included in there. Anyway, so, but it's interesting to read. I love a good Wikipedia thing that teaches you things that are just stupid, but somebody knows about it and you didn't, and there you have it. So, Doria, we have one of our listeners of all of Outcast. I thought it was just the Frank Show, but as it turns out, he's already been on Derek and Romaine last night, but he brought presents, so we forgive him. Those are for me. George in San Francisco, how are you?
I'm great, thanks, Frank.
Is that bag for me?
Of course.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Can I look in it?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, fork it over. Anyway, what do you got? Stop. Now, let me look. Let me see what we have.
That's so sweet of you, George, to give those to Frank to ship out to me, but I really don't have any use for them.
No, you're so not getting these. Look at their ages 3 to 8.
He bought them for me. I'll give them to my nephews. That's
no,
what I'll do.
and they'll
Thanks,
take them out of the
George.
box. That is so not happening. Look at this. Wait a minute. There's a penguin one who's built like me, and there's a Batman one who's built like Greg, and there's a Joker who's built like Doria. Look at that, how cute that is. That's lovely. Where's the Mr. Freeze one?
I only have so much money. I had to pay for the plane ticket.
Fine, I guess. What else is in here? There better be something else. Look! Plastic bubbles that you make with a straw, and you can put eyes on them. It comes with eyes!
Yes.
Look! Oh my goodness! Oh, how it's like super elastic bubble plastic when I was a kid. Oh, look what you brought me something with eyes. That is so cute.
It was retro, but the eyes is the new thing. I don't remember it coming with eyes.
Things didn't when we were kids. Things didn't come with eyes.
No.
They didn't. You had to be blind when you were a kid. There's more things in this box store. Oh boy! Anyway, Tune Time Animal Ball. You can inflate. It's a hippopotamus, and you give him a rim job, and it blows up. How cute is that? Oh my God! Look at that. Look where you blowing, Georgie. Look.
Yes, you blow in the anus.
And look at his face. Look how happy he is in the prospect.
Or maybe you get some to the anus.
So you don't. We're not going to play the human centipede or the hippo. We're not going to play hippo centipede, Doria, with the human hippo.
You got to watch when it blows back, though, Frank. Then you got a problem.
I know. Oh, and look at this, a bat symbol T-shirt. Oh, this is fit. Oh, please be a double extra large. Please, 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 please. Wait. Yeah, you do listen to our show. I love when people are nervous to send a double extra large, but I don't like when they send a triple extra large because then I feel like, what do you think, I'm fat?
No, yeah.
So anyway, yeah, that bothers me. A double extra large is you are so sweet. You did spend a lot of money on these goodies, and I appreciate it a lot.
Really.
So no, you did. I wouldn't bring it to a radio host. I don't bring Doria things. I don't. She's been asking for that damn Jonathan Adler $450 vase for years, and she's so not getting it. That's the way it goes. If I sell a TV show, maybe she'll get it. But
there you go.
It's not likely. Anyway, what does your shirt say, George? Wait, can you read yourself?
It's shuck me, suck me, eat me raw.
That's so sweet.
New Orleans.
What does New Orleans have to do with that?
Heavens.
can do that anywhere. It's not just New Orleans.
It's got clams.
It does.
Or
Doria,
oysters.
clams, Doria. Hello. She's excited about that.
Yeah.
So what do you do when you're not listening to OutQ? Are you shut in at home or no?
No, I usually listen all day at work from 8:30 until 5:30 or 6.
And then, can you say what you do, or do you not talk about that?
No, I work for a law firm. I work in trademarks and copyrights.
And you're able to listen to our dirty radio channel, and then it's during our part, it's naughty, and then
Yeah, no one bothers me. I wear a
That's
headset all day
fantastic.
long. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Do you ever laugh or no?
Yes, all
Good,
the time.
good. That's what we're going for. Michelangelo likes that too. He loves when you laugh when he's really.
Yeah,
letting
his not so
someone out.
much, unfortunately.
So anyway, but it's good. So it's not, Greg. It's not a laugh a minute. We're not besmirching his show, but that's not the point. It's you learn things, and
Right.
it's fun. And sometimes it makes me laugh when he really nails it to somebody.
Yeah.
But you were on Derek and Romaine last night. I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding.
Well,
Now, how did it go? No,
it went great.
You've been fans of theirs even longer than you've been fans of ours.
Right.
Because we weren't on.
I was listening to them like after the first half of their first year, and when I found out that Romaine's birthday is the day before mine, it kind of went from there.
What sign does that make you?
Aries.
Oh, trouble.
No, I'm not.
No.
No,
That's
actually, I
strong?
can
No.
be. Because
Good.
I'm in the middle. I'm, Aries, god of war. Yeah.
And what's the other sign? In the middle of the month, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, not like the middle between two signs.
No, April Fool's Day.
Oh my God! So you just had one,
Yeah.
and you brought me presents.
Yeah.
I like the way that worked out. That's a beautiful thing. But so, is it odd that now we're kind of like a real radio station? Because in the beginning, it was 2 cans and a string, right? I mean, that was sort of the way it went.
Yes.
And now we kind of have it.
It's really grown.
Yeah.
And I'm really surprised. In fact, I heard
You're surprised.
the guy called in about the stock had gone up.
Yeah. What's up from like 3 cents?
Yeah.
So.
I had it back when it was 15 cents.
So you did good.
No, I sold it before it went up. So.
What'd you sell for 18 cents?
I can't remember.
No,
it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's all right. We're keeping it. The
Yes.
ship's afloat. We're very happy. Things are going. I'm probably going to be fired because the big boss went by and I was sitting in the chair and the chair was there and I wasn't. Is he mad or he's not mad?
No, he was laughing in the kitchen, so I think you're okay.
Oh, was he laughing at
He
our
was laughing about,
predicaments?
I can't wait to fire that Frank DeCARO.
That fat bastard, I think is what he said.
I was sworn to silence.
Okay.
He took a look at the empty pretzel container and thought, not going to be empty anymore.
Oh, that's the way it goes. So, now what do you like least about Doria?
I've never met her, but I mean, I hate it when she hangs up on me.
There's that. See that it's bothersome, isn't it?
We go to talk about our things such as
Stop that anyway.
action figures and cartoons, and then we get hung up on.
Did you see that news bulletin that they're doing? Is it called Young Titans? They're going to do the Teen Titans.
Yes.
And it's going to be on Cartoon Network.
Yes.
And the shot I saw made me kind of pee a little bit. I was really excited.
I haven't seen the shot.
They look like a
I'll have to go
picture.
and look it up.
Who's the Tangler or the Twister? Or the thing that he half looks like he's a plant, but he's not. And it's not
half a plant, but he's
not. The spinster, the twinkler.
What?
I don't know.
It's as if you're trying to make me go home.
I didn't recognize the name of it, but he's he's
maybe it's the Tingler.
That's it. Maybe it was the Tingler.
Yeah.
I was tingling when I saw it. I was very excited.
I think that's the one you're talking about.
I don't know what his name is, but are you liking Brave and the Bold?
Batman, love it. Never missed an episode. I'm a comic expert, right?
So how what is meaning exactly?
We have a comic book story for today, Frank.
I've been reading and collecting comics since I was 8 years old, and I'm 43 now. So after you pass 35 years, you're considered an expert in the field of law.
Who's your favorite?
What? Comic
book, yeah.
Oh, I have to stick with the X-Men because that's what I started off with.
So you're a Marvel girl.
Yeah.
Okay. A Marvelette, as we say.
I'm not going to besmirch DC, but they did piss me off, and I stopped collecting their comics.
When did they make you mad?
With the Crisis on Infinite Earths. When they were trying to rectify that. They said that they were going to clear up all these characters that didn't need to be there, and they were going to bring any new ones, and that's exactly what they didn't do. Yeah. They brought new characters, they didn't clean nothing up, and now they expect you to still pay almost $4. So, no, not me.
Did they ever
That's
bring
how
out...
much comics cost now? $4?
Yes.
Good Lord.
Just a regular comic?
Yes.
Like not like a hardbound or a... Okay. Because you know what? Because when we started, how much were they? 18 cents?
No.
12 cents. I was 12. And I'm 47.
When comics first started, or when you first started?
When I first started reading comics, they were 12 cents.
12 to 15 cents, yeah.
Yeah. 12 cents. You'd go to the store and you'd get 2 for a quarter, kind of, and have a penny left over for
And
a
then
dollar.
they went up to a quarter.
Right. Then they went to a quarter. Yeah. But like
You forgot how you walked there barefoot in the snow, Frank.
both ways. It was terrible. Yeah. It was no, we would go to Herb's. What the hell was his name? Herb's Town something.
What about the Archies? Do you read Archie comics? Are you familiar with them?
I'm
Or are
familiar,
you only
but-
a superhero?
Where do
kind
you
of
hear
guy?
this?
Well, I used to be only superheroes, but over the past 10 years, a lot of the macabre noir type comics have come out that are really, really good, and they take you away from that whole superhero in tights and the bright colors and all that stuff.
Sort of
the gay stuff, you mean?
No, well, there is Pride High, which is a independent comic that is a gay
No,
comic.
wait. Now, if you're a comic book expert, because I always talk about this now. Let's say who's gay and who's not.
Oh, that's a
All
good
right?
topic.
All right. Who's gay and who's not? Batman and Robin.
Oh my God!
Not
How
gay.
many
Wait a
times
minute.
are we gonna? You guys have discussed this over the phone. Now
I
you
know.
have to
Batman
discuss
and
it in
Robin,
person.
I don't think they're
Gay. Gay. She's a chicken hawk. He's a chicken hawk.
No, I don't
Stop
think he
that.
is. I honestly don't think he is.
Superman.
That's a debatable one.
No, he's straight. Totally straight.
I don't
Superman's
know.
straight. Green. Green Lantern. Straight.
Which Green Lantern?
All of them. Straight. Maybe not the dog.
Yeah, they were all straight because Kyle Rayner, the one that took over for Hal Jordan, I had a crush on him.
Yeah, straight. So
I used
yeah.
to get a hard on reading that comic.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, now Green Arrow, Nelly Bottom. Total Nelly Bottom.
Totally, yes.
I just want to
Took it like a
apologize
man.
to my sister who begged me for a good show because she's listening to the entire show while she drives from Virginia to Pennsylvania. I'm sorry, Lizzie.
Okay, so,
I tried.
now, Liz, she likes Herman in the Betty White Lines video, by the way. So,
Yes, she does.
Yeah. Now, anyway, who's the other one? Who else do we have here that we can? Anymore? The Flash, straight.
Yes, he's straight.
And quick.
Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman, debatable. Right, we have the more fluid. Let's say fluid.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So, but we're all excited because
Nancy in New York. You're on the Frank
we're excited
DeCARO
because
show.
Nancy in New York is here. Nancy, you're on the Frank Show.
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good.
Good. I just wanted to know if anyone saw the article in the New York Post today about the fact that Archie Comics is introducing a gay character in high school.
I tried to bring that
Why,
up, but
you
they
mean-
went off
You
on...
mean Kevin Keller, who first appears in Veronica number 202, released on September 1st, 2010? Oh, boy. Yes. He's going to be a teenager at Riverdale High School. And so they've been at Riverdale since 1939, and now they have their first Nellie Bottom. So we're very excited. Nancy, we're going to talk about that. Thanks for the beautiful segue.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. I thought it was my Nancy, but it wasn't. So it was a different Nancy. It was a similar number, but it was not my Nancy. So she could be my Nancy, but it's not. So anyway, they were talking about it, and the cartoonist Dan Parent said, in the last year or two, we've been introducing a lot of new characters, diverse characters with different ethnicities. With trying to be diverse, we wanted to have everybody at the table. He said, we knew at some point we wanted to introduce a gay character. When
It's
I came
just
up
going
with
to
the
piss
story
people
idea,
off,
we
having
felt
everyone at the table.
there's no room for Jughead anymore. And I thought Jughead was, actually, is it Reggie that seems like he would kind of be Reggie's probably a gay.
He's
Don't
like
you
the
think?
leather daddy.
Now Reggie's the leather daddy?
He's like S&M,
Yeah.
really tough.
And Archie, I have a feeling Archie's that cute little redhead, right?
Yes.
Now, Archie was probably abused as a child, don't you think?
Molested, yeah.
Molested by a priest.
By the
Yes.
priest.
I think, a priest probably got at him.
Touched and not by the hand of God.
Yeah, it was so the storyline, the introduction of this Kevin Keller character, the alliteration sends me spinning. It's called Isn't It Bromantic? And so his good looks get the attention of Veronica, who doesn't know he's a big Nellie Bottom because he's the new kid in town. And her thwarted attempts at winning his attractions amuse the other characters, particularly the homophobic Jughead. I just added that. I don't know if the homophobic is right for Jughead. But they just like watching Veronica make a fool of herself, trying to get this guy to like her. At the beginning of the book, Kevin tells, let's see, I lost my spot. Kevin tells Jughead first that he's gay. Who would come out to Jughead first? Would you come out to Jughead first?
He's a stoner, he'll forget.
Yeah, that's true, actually. And so he comes out there first. And then Kevin feels kind of bad and wants to tell Veronica why he's not interested. But Jughead keeps saying, no, you should wait to tell her because he's enjoying watching Veronica's antics. That could be a fun thing. So the cartoonist Dan Parent says that the story works because it wasn't something radical concocted just to introduce a gay character. He says the story is very much in the true context of our Archie stories. It's Veronica being Veronica. The fact that there's a gay character in the story isn't a big deal to the characters. We didn't do something with turmoil. The guy just happens to be gay, and the characters accept it, and that's it. So he said that Archie Comics wants to reflect what high schools are like in America, where being gay isn't a big deal anymore. Which high school is that? Which high school is not being gay not a big deal? It's not. It may not be the death sentence it used to be.
Riverdale
but
High.
my guess is that it's actually, it's sort of, not exactly. And Rydell High, where everyone's 40. The graduating class is 40, so they've all come out. It's fun. So, but he said, my daughter has openly gay kids in her high school, and it's accepted. Obviously, this isn't the case everywhere in the country. There are struggles that gay people have, but gay kids in high school isn't the big deal. It used to be, and we want to reflect the way being gay is accepted in today's society. That's kind of good. It should be like that. I think that's, you read something, and then maybe it does change things. So they said there were also several notable changes at Archie Comics. They updated the characters for a bit for modern audiences. And they've been doing parodies of current pop culture stories, and they introduced an interracial relationship for Archie with Josie and the Pussycats character Valerie. So wait, so Archie's banging Valerie now from Josie and the Pussycats?
Well, he's taking her to the ice cream social.
I guess. So they want Riverdale to be an accepting community. Everyone is welcome in Riverdale. We're trying to show that Riverdale is that ideal town that everyone wants to be a part of. And Riverdale, New Jersey, you can go and they have a Walmart and a Target. So it works out beautifully. It works out nicely. Works out beautifully for everyone. So this could be a fun thing, Doria. I'm excited about this. Now, who was the one in Josie and the Pussycats? Who's the one who she has the stripe in her hair and her cat matches? Her pussy matches her hair. Have you seen that?
I know which one you're talking about. I don't know her name.
But she's the lesbian. She's the Doria character in the whole.
Yeah, the evil one. Yeah,
the evil one. Yeah, a little bit evil, but she's fun.
It's not Josie.
No, Josie's cute and Valerie's adorable. She's the cute black girl. And then there's
the not cute one.
No, she's cute, but she has a white stripe in her black hair, and she has a cat that matches.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cute. Now, wasn't there Melanie as well? Wasn't she the retarded one?
You're
thinking of Precious, Frank.
No. It was Melanie Mongo. No, Melanie. Wasn't there who was the and Gleep? Wasn't there? Didn't she have a little Josie and the Pussy? Gleep or Gleek or Glorflork?
Gleep was the monkey from Super Friends.
That wasn't him then. Anyway, Flork. Maybe it was Flork. Someone will know. 866-305-6887. Someone will know some Josie and the Pussycats history. Brian in Toledo, you're on the Frank Show. What's your question for George in San Francisco?
Well, let's get back to something important. I wanted to hear what you guys thought of the recent dark turn of Batman Brave and the Bold, and do you think that it's going to continue to go that way?
I'm 6 episodes behind, so knock yourself out, George.
I think they're building up to something like a big hour-long or 2-hour-long episode. That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah.
And it's like culminating into something because he had a lot of I don't want to say witchcraft, but like things.
Supernatural bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, Frank, you're going to be happy Adam West pops up in a few weeks.
I always pop up when I hear his voice. Don't tell me.
How long it takes you to get through 6 episodes?
Oh, it could be a day, it could be a year. We'll find out. Brian, big kiss to you. Take care.
Sure.
Bye-bye. Jim in British Columbia, you're on the Frank Show.
Hey, Frank, how's it going?
Good. We were talking about the Archie comics.
Yeah. Actually, one comment I did want to make, because I agree with, I think his name was Brian, that I stopped reading DC Comics during the Infinite Crisis myself, because the whole thing...
George, we're talking to, yeah.
And, no, I just think it's really cool. I used to collect comics, and I used to be a huge Archie fan. And I even had the first few issues of Archie Comics that came out in 1942.
Wow.
And, if you ever look at issue number 1, it was just basically Jughead, Archie, and Betty. Those were the first 3 characters. Everybody else came over the next, few years.
Did you ever see that cover where it said, I had to beat off 3 other guys? Did you ever see that one?
No, but I think I may have heard of it.
It's really funny. You look it up on the internet. It's really funny. But Archie says, it was like, how was getting here? And he's got like a little black eye, and it says, oh, it was tough. I had to beat off 3 other guys. It's very funny. So you definitely need to check that out. Jim, thanks a lot for your call. Appreciate hearing from you. Trevor in Florida, you're on the Frank Show.
Hey, Frank.
Hi. Do you have some Josie and the Pussycats info you can clear things up?
Yeah.
the girl with the black hair and the stripe, that's Alexandra.
Yes, and she's the Doria character. Okay. Now, does she have the
Right.
cat that matches?
And she has the cat that matches, and her brother is Alex. They're the Cabots.
Okay,
Remember,
'cause
they're
I
the
know-
rich kids.
Right. Okay. Now, so that is Doria. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. We got it. Going on. And who? And
Yeah,
was
'cause I'm
Mel?
so wealthy, Frank.
And Melanie was the retarded one, right?
Melanie's the retarded one who can never get her words right.
Right. And what's the name of the when they went to outer space? What was the name of her little friend?
I don't know that one.
Josie and the
That
Pussycats.
They went
in
to outer
space. Yeah, there was Josie and the Pussycats in outer space. Yeah. Anyway, I'll someone else will know here. Kyle in California, you're on the Frank Show.
Hello.
Who was the character? Who was this little space creature that Melanie was friends with?
Gleep.
Gleep, with a P at the end of it, not Gleek.
Yes, but he would always go around going gleep, 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 gleep. I hated that thing. Oh my God, it was just the worst thing ever.
Wait, Kyle, I missed that. How did it go?
Gleep, gleep, gleep.
Kyle, that was the best. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. I love you guys.
Appreciate it. That was excellent. Michael in Seattle. Gleep, you're on the Frank Show.
Hey, Frank.
In Seattle. Gleep, you're on the Frank Show.
Hey, Frank. Well, it looks like you got the answer about Alexandria and her twin brother, Alex.
Oh, he's a twin. Now, who? But do we think Reggie was a big Nelly?
Say that again?
Was Reggie a big gay? Do we think the one Reggie?
No, Reggie is like the leather daddy.
Okay, so he's not. But he's not.
And
but he's
and
a gay.
Cheryl
Yeah.
Ladd. And Cheryl Ladd was the voice of Melody on the cartoon.
And I think she was the Melody. Melody, was it, or Melanie? Melody, like the song, right? See, now she was the inspiration for Melanie Griffith, actually, who's retarded in real life. You know, so that works.
Cheryl Ladd was the voice of Melody on the cartoon. I was a huge Archie collector when I was a kid.
Right, and now there's a gay, so we're all very excited.
Hello!
Michael, thanks a lot. Do we think that Melanie was the real in real life is Melanie Griffith? Right, she's a bit of a tard, bit of a tard, right?
Yeah,
runs around going bleep bleep bleep. You know, that could be. I think that's her. We'll see. George, thank you for the presents. You gonna hang out for the rest of the hour?
Yes.
Do it. It's no fun, but we'll hang out.
Because I wanted to talk about gay characters in comics.
That's not going to happen. You're listening to the Frank Show on LQ, Sirius 109 XM90. With me is the Jericho and Romaine Show.
LQ. It's Frank and Doria, and your calls too.
Answer the phone, you bitch!
Call 866-305-LQ.
Yes, it's Frank DeCARO live in New York City. Doria Biddle is live in Los Angeles. Mr. Greg from the House of Greg Beauty Salon bringing us together, and Comic Book Shop is bringing us together now to you via the magic of satellite radio. LQ, Sirius 109 XM98, and on the Sirius XM iPhone and BlackBerry apps. Parks and Recreation taking your calls at 866-305-6887. Now, Doria, we were going to move on, but George has a point he has to make.
Oh, dear God.
It's very important, Doria.
I'm sure it is.
On behalf of the gay community.
Okay, what is it important that you have to say? Oh, there we go. You got a little teaser there. That was cute.
Yeah.
It's breaking news. Go ahead.
Over and over in all the comic conventions I go to, on different shows I've heard, everyone is under the impression that North Star is the first gay character to come out, and that was in Marvel Comics. And that is incorrect. The first gay character, and this is from the man Stan Lee, was Pinky Percival Perkins of the Howling Commandos.
Pinky Tuscadero?
Pinky Percival Perkins.
In 1964 was the first gay character in comic books.
That's good. Thank you so much for that, Doria.
You're welcome.
This one's for you, Doria. Thank you. This one's for me now.
Help us.
This one's for Parks and Recreation. This one's for
What
Greg.
about one for my sister who's driving
This
up from
one's for
Virginia?
Lizzie. And this one's for Greg. Oh, now look what you did. Rats. All right, now let's go to the phones. Thanks, George. Anyway, take the presents and run. Go put them on my desk, quick. Joey in Long Beach, you're on the Frank Show.
Hey guys, long time I haven't talked to you. Hey Doria, I just want you to know that you will never be overshadowed by Betty White lines. We all still love you.
Oh, that's sweet.
Now,
do you
Frankie,
think it's funny, though? Can I ask you a question? Do you think it's funny that someone said, Doria, I loved you in that? Who were they talking about? I was confused. Anyway, go ahead, Joey. Go ahead.
Anyway, Frank, I finally watched it this morning when I woke up with my coffee. And the bean counter was working, so you know how many hits you got, right?
Uh-huh.
And just a couple things. I think the 1990s fat gangster rap look is a really good look for you.
Thank you.
And Kaluch, you know, if he would grow one of those beards, like those razor-thin beards, and shave his head, he would be really, really hot.
I know he's really, really hot to me, I have to say. Well, he's hot for me. I know that. So there's that. But it's just great. No, I tell him to look a little dirty. You know, every time I say, you look so sexy, you haven't shaved in a day, he goes and shaves. The moment I think it's like I scare him, and then he knows what he's getting into, so he runs, you know? So I like, I tell him, get a little dirty and you'll get some more. Forget it. He's not interested. Anyway, Joey, thanks a lot for your call, and I'm glad. Thank you for talking about my little sex monkey. Anyway, Ron in West Hollywood, you're on the Frank Show.
Hey, Frank, you remember all those stupid little toys in the backs of comic books? Those mail order things, the toy soldiers when we were kids?
Yeah, sure.
That was my family. My dad used to sell those cheap little toys.
How fun is that? And now I am a cheap little toy. How fun. I love that.
And because of that, we used to get boxes of comic books from the comic book publishers so that he could check out his ads. So we always grew up surrounded by comic books. We never had to buy any.
That's great. Are you jealous, George?
I hate someone now.
Ron, sorry about it. You upset George in San Francisco. You have to have the West Coast Rumble another time, though, okay? Thanks a lot for your call. I love that idea.
George, get away from
me. Sorry, George, don't touch the mic. And I did send away for things like I sent away for the 45 of HR Puff and stuff. That was a fun thing. I still have that, you know. But I don't remember sending away for things in the back of magazines. But I like that stuff now. I love a good novelty.
I was going to ask him back for the 350 that I lost when I was like 12. Because I never got the item I wanted.
Get these presents, lock them in my bottom drawer. Quick now, I can feel it any minute now. It's coming, Doria. It's coming. Now, Miss Biddle, kitty cat woman thing.
Miss DeCARO.
You and I, for people who are very different in a lot of ways, we do bond on certain things. And we're both incredibly fond of Malcolm McLaren. We loved him, really. Punk legend, guy who was responsible for sort of, if not for, I don't think he really invented punk, but he certainly invented the way punk looked.
And packaged it.
And packaged it and got it out there and was very much the provocateur. And then went on to do very groovy things with sort of quasi-hip-hoppy kinds of things. And then opera mixed in with dance music and just really cool stuff. Well, anyway, he died recently. He died, I think it was the 8th. Was it the 8th? I don't remember. Something like that. He died...
Within the past couple of weeks.
In the last couple of weeks. But they had his funeral, finally, on April 22nd. And there was a ceremony that they say was as flamboyant and anarchic as Malcolm McLaren was himself. So they say it brought some streets in North London to a standstill. Hundreds of mourners followed the funeral cortege that traveled through Camden on the way to his final resting place in the Highgate Cemetery. Get this. There was a team of, this is the way, if you want to go, this is the way to go. A team of 4 plumed black horses drew a carriage bearing his coffin, and it was decorated with a floral tribute with the slogan, "Too fast to live, too young to die," spelled out in flowers. There was a green double-decker bus following with the destination set for nowhere on the front of the bus.
So punk.
And they was blaring Sid Vicious's version of My Way. And the bus was emblazoned with the slogan,